unless we have noise feedback, I believe we're ready to begin. I call cause number 10,780 for the case styled the state of Texas versus DeMonte Terrell Bryant. Do you say Terrell or Terrell? I can't hear you.
Terrell.
All right. DeMonte Terrell Bryant.
Unless we have voice feedback, I believe we're ready to begin. Cause number 10,780 for the case styled.
I apologize. We did have that voice feedback. I've removed that. I call cause number 10,780, the state of Texas versus DeMonte Terrell Bryant. This case is called for purposes of pretrial. For pretrial purposes, what says the state?
State's ready, Your Honor.
And defense?
We're ready, Your Honor.
Do we have any pretrial matters to take up in Mr. Bryant's case at this time?
The state does not, Your Honor.
Defense?
The defense says we do not have any at this time, Your Honor.
Is this case is on our motion to revoke docket? Is that accurate?
No, sir. This is a trial docket case.
All right. Pardon me for that difficulty. There are some numbers that are on the trial docket that are not in sequential order, and I was getting hung up with that. But I now see the case. This is also a case where the attorney is misidentified. Do you have your docket in front of you, Mr. Smith?
Oh, yes, sir. I see that now.
All right, I'm correcting that on my docket. This case is relatively far down the docket, and because of existing Supreme Court directed or emergency orders and Office of Court Administration guidance, this case cannot go to trial this month, and it's not likely that it would anyway because of its position on the docket. There are cases in front that would probably go to trial. That's it. For that reason, then, I'm not even going to set a plea cutoff date. I will entertain any requests to dispose of the case by a plea of guilty or any other disposition, but I'm not requiring or setting a deadline for this month. As things are now situated, that is subject to new emergency orders, which have not been issued and may not be issued, this case is subject to going to trial in September. We have the ability to try cases now. We have tried one case under Office of Court Administration approval, and we are scheduled to try another case, this one being a civil case, this month in August. But for now, we still have to have their approval. And although I have obtained their approval for the cases I've just mentioned, that's all that we have approval for. Starting September 1, it's my understanding, again, subject to orders from the governor's office and the Supreme Court office, we do not have to have approval in September to go to trial. So we will set this case again for a pretrial hearing in September. It is my belief and anticipation at that time that we will be scheduling these in person and not by Zoom at that time. But again, that's all subject to subsequent orders that might affect how we do things. With those explanations, does state and defense have some idea of the direction we're going in this case? That is, are we going in the direction of a jury trial, or are we going in a direction of a disposition by agreement?
Judge, the state has made a plea offer in the case, so there's a subject to the defendant accepting the offer. It's possible it could dispose of by plea.
And Judge, I think it's just too early to tell. I mean, I was just appointed in July and I just received discovery this week and an offer. And so I haven't even had the opportunity yet to sit down with my client and go over the discovery or the offer. So I don't know yet.
That's fair enough. If after doing that, there is a desire to dispose of the case by agreement, we will make ourselves available. That's not a requirement. That's just if that's something that occurs, then we will be available. Otherwise, we will reset this case for a pretrial in September with the understanding there's a possibility of trial. It may be a bit remote, and so if we're going to a jury trial, it may be off more than just another month. But we'll be able to assess that and give you better updates at the September pretrial hearing if we don't dispose of the case before then by agreement. With all that said, is there anything else that we need to take up while we're all present in this hearing?
I have nothing else, Your Honor.
Nothing from the defense, Judge.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Bryant. You are excused. I will get you excused. You know what? While we're still on the record, let me say something I didn't say at the beginning. We have conducted this hearing by remote video teleconferencing technology. Sorry, it's the end of the long day. And we're using the YouTube protocol to do so. This case has also been live streamed on the court's YouTube channel to provide access to the courts for the public. Anybody watching, whether it's in the Zoom hearing or on YouTube, is notified that the court has an order prohibiting the recording of this proceeding in any method, in any manner, electronically or otherwise, except by the official court reporter who is here in this video conference and in person with me transcribing these proceedings. With that, again, thank you, Mr. Bryant, for attending. I will excuse you by video manner, and we will see you at least in September, if not before. Thank you, sir. All right, Ms. Morris, I think we may have Ms. Hester. Is Ms. Hester out on bond?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right, then I believe she is trying to admit, and let's see if we can get her in. Ms. Hester, are you present? There. Are you able to hear us? I don't believe you checked in on audio, or there's a button that says joining with audio. I've lost my note. There it is.
Judge,
She doesn't know what she's doing, what she said. Yes, ma'am.
I can't even see that she's muted, so I don't think she's fully joined.
No, that's what I just tried to get her to do. So what does she click on?
I think she's trying.
There. Now can you hear? All right. You need to position your screen so that we can see you. And you have unmuted, so now we should be able to hear you. Are you there, Ms. Morris?
Yes, sir, I am. Hester.
I'm here also, Judge.
I've got to take them one at a time, Ms. Hester. Yeah, I forgot. You also used to be Morris, isn't that correct?
Yes, sir, I did.
That might have been my slip up all the way around. All right, let me
Go
call
ahead.
our cases. I call cause numbers 10,789 and 10,790. Each case being styled the state of Texas versus Angela Shea Hester. These cases are called, and we are conducting hearings, pretrial hearings, and they are being conducted by remote video teleconferencing technology using the Zoom protocol in order to provide access to the public. We are also live streaming these hearings on the court's YouTube channel. For purposes of pretrial, what says the state?
State's ready, Your Honor.
And the defense?
We're ready, Your Honor.
And Ms. Hester, are you still able to see everyone and hear everyone?
Yes, sir.
All right. Are there any pretrial matters to take up in Ms. Hester's case at this time?
None from the state, Your Honor.
And defense?
None at this time. None at this time, Judge. I'm sorry.
Ms. Hester, I'm not setting a guilty plea or what we call a plea cutoff this month because we cannot go to trial in your case this month due to Supreme Court emergency orders or regulations dealing with the COVID-19. We think that will change in September. And we will have another pretrial hearing in September. In the meantime, obviously, you would want to consult with your attorney and
Yes, sir.
began to prepare how to deal with these charges. Is there anything else that we need to take up while we are in this conference, this video conference? Mr. Smith?
I have nothing else, Your Honor.
Ms. Attorney Morris?
Nothing from the defense at this time, Your Honor.
All right. Then we will be in recess. Ms. Hester, I will see you with your attorney again in September. You and your attorney will receive additional notice of the time and place. We will probably do those hearings in person unless the Supreme Court tells us otherwise before then. With that, thank you, and we're in recess. Thank you, Ms. Morris. And
Thank you.
Ms. Morris, does that take care of your matters today?
Thank you, Judge. Yes, it is. I had one other on the docket, but it's been dismissed.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Smith.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.